Well, it's the day after Thanksgiving. I'm stuffed and just out here playing in the evening. So this is a Milwaukee hand truck, appliance hand truck, made in the USA. It's a model number 60700. They sell them at Home Depot. Well, I had a real good appliance hand truck, and I let a guy at work borrow it some years back, and it never came back. This was returned to me, and I got to tell you, this arrangement right here on how it tightens onto the piece that you want to pick up, it just sucks. You're supposed to pull it through this latch and then tie a half hitch in here. So I don't like it. I'm going to try to make a modification. Then you're supposed to crank this handle, right? So underneath here is some washers and a cotter pin that hold this handle in. So we're going to, I'm going to show you how I get to something like that. I'm too old to get down on my hands and knees and work on something like this. So it's really nice to have a hoist in the shop. Get it up here at working height. And underneath here is the washer and cotter pins. I'd already done this earlier. There's the cotter pin. And I think half the expense on this tool was the amount of washers they had underneath there to take up the slack. So don't like bending over. Oh, the other thing that I don't care about this, hard wheels. So it even says here on the machine or the appliance dolly here, it says, warning, hard wheels may dent or damage certain flooring. Cover your floor surface. My old one had rubber tires, you could take the thing anywhere. But I'll live with it. Also the stair climbers, they're not very good quality either. Not happy with it. But hey, it is what it is. If you guys have ever used an appliance hand truck where you can tie on the load and lift and go upstairs, I mean, they are very, very handy. So it's what I got, and I'm going to make the best of it. Well, let's see. Let's leave this up in the air for right now. I'll be right back. No, I'll stick with you. So I pulled those out. We're going to fish the handle out of here. So there's the handle. I'm going to take the handle off, these straps, and I got an idea. So my idea is, I went over to our good friends at Harbor Freight, picked up a ratchet clamp. It's rated at 1,000 pounds, and I'm going to adapt this so I actually have a nice ratcheting mechanism to tie the load to this hand truck. And I'm going to work that out. Whether I use this handle still or not is another question. So we'll get it back down on the ground, and then we'll come back on it. I got to tell you guys, if you don't have a hoist in your shop, it certainly is handy. For new viewers, I did do a video on a repair on it. It's called a right way hoist, and it had a problem with the electric magnet brake on it, and I actually did a repair on it. Well, here's a pretty simple fix. Just basically cut the hook off that was on the ratchet clamp and went ahead and put it on the bar that was here And then it'd be a simple thing, hook in the clamp, come around, and I kind of like this in one regard, is that I can slide it low for a load, right? All I got to do is fish it through. Get it lined up. There we go. Fish it through. Tighten. And the load is tight. No tying half hitches or anything. Kind of works pretty good. Release is really simple. And you can take the load out. The nice thing is I could adjust it in any position in here for any size load. But I just kind of don't like that. So I'm going to play with it and see if I can come up with an idea. I can unbolt the strap from here and hard fix it, and that might be a possibility where it might work better. So I'm going to work on that and I'll be back. So here's my thought process. Hopefully you can see this. I really can't see what you're seeing there, but going with the straight rod and mounting this on the rod, and then make it so that this rod can go up and down, I think will work good, and it'll give me some adjustment for low items and for high items. The only problem is I don't like the tightness here of hitting that, and the hook can end up biting right on the back side of the ratchet here. So as you can see, there's 3 different holes here. So I think what I'm going to do is machine a couple of bushings for this side, and that'll move this unit over, and I'll have a lot of hand clearance, and I think that'll work out really well. And then put a plug on the top here so it can't fall through, and put a cotter pin down below so you can't pull it up too high, and maybe a thumb screw setup that locks it in place, so you can raise it up and leave it up, or it lays it down. So I'm going to play with it, and I'll bring you back. Well, after a night's sleep, I thought about it, and I was over-engineering here. So let me show you what I got so far. What I ended up doing is making a couple of bushings. I moved over to the larger hole, 5/8 shaft, 875 hole. So I made a bushing for the shaft in the hole, and now we got a rod to attach to, and I'm throwing out the idea of making this shaft so it'll go up and down. Going to basically just align this right in the center. I got lots of hand room here, and this guy can come over and hook right onto here. And I think it'll be a good fix, simple fix, and pin it in place. So I think I'm going to cut a flat here, cut a flat, drill and tap it, or drill and clearance hole, bolt this on right here, and call it quits, and just make it work right there. All right, so we'll bring you back. Didn't show you any machining, the little bushings. You know, it's just simple lathe turning, nothing fantastic. Here's the rod. Put a little cap on the top of it so that it won't fall through my bushing. And of course, the burrs on the hole there made it a little tight. That's okay. A little whack. So I didn't cut a flat yet. I don't know that I will, but figured we'd give it a try. So just run a bolt in there. Tighten it up. I hadn't thought about leaving it loose. There might be some merit in that. I was thinking of tightening it tight here, but maybe not. Why is it hitting? Thought I had this figured out. Maybe I better leave it loose, Charlie. Well, let's leave it loose for a minute. Let's give it a try. Bring the barrel over. I decided to make it a little simpler and not go with all the multi-positions. I may still do that. So this is a low barrel. This may not work. Let's try it. Charlie put it on the wrong hole. That's why it was hitting. Kawasaki. I'll have to tell you that joke someday. Kawasaki. Okay, there we go. There we go. So this guy would hook into here. This guy will come around. Fish it through there. I don't know if I'm liking it loose or not. It's not gonna work on something that low. Well, it lifts. I'm not liking that though. All right. Let's try something larger. I'll be back. Okay, let's try something a little larger. So, got my strap. There's actually no weight in this, but weight's not a concern. Okay, I think I'm liking it. Hey, what's happening?
Oh, just walking our new dog.
New dog? Okay, it's the next morning. I didn't do much after my visit with my buddy. Fooling around with it this morning real quick. I don't know if this will show up, but if you notice when I was doing the black strap around here, it was almost not long enough. And so I have another strap that you can see is maybe about 3/16 of an inch wider, but it's a lot longer. So that's what I got on here right now. It's got a big hook, and all in all, it's working pretty good. I'm liking it. But I don't know if you're in frame there or not. We'll hope you're in frame. We hopefully don't have the microphone sticking down in there. I got to make a better microphone mount. But the fact that this moves is problematic. So I think I'm going to fix a plate underneath here and find a position that works the best. Because even to tighten it, I got a hold over here to do the tightening. And then when you go to release, the same thing. So I'm not going to bore you with it. The wider belt just fits okay. I'm happy with that. I think that'll work. I just got to work out this issue right here. So let me work on that, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, a little experimenting here. Clamped my vise on the rod so the rod can't move, and it appears that I found the best position for the actual handle. What do you think, Howard? You think it's a good position? Huh? Huh? I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to them. Okay? All right, go back in your bed. Come on. Come on. No? Go. So that's a good position for it. The handle works. There's room there to release it, and there's room there to crank it, and simple to release it. So now I got to figure out how to hold the rod from spinning. I'm not going to leave my vise on there. So we'll work at it here and be back with you. I'm going handheld here. But this is my idea coming up for a lock. Made a little paper template there. We'll transfer it to a piece of steel, drill a hole in it, and weld it to the top of my shaft. I wanted it so the shaft can be removed. I don't know that it's necessary, but there'll be a cotter pin on the bottom side like it was before. So that's my idea, so bring you back after I get that made. Okay, a little handheld. There's the top piece right there. Worked out good. And we'll show you the final test. I think it's going to work out fine. So I'm going to leave this hook for now, and I'm not going to cut this off yet. Possibly something else may go on. So we'll just hook this up. Where did I have it hooked before? Got it up here. We'll hook it right there for now. Come around. Got lots of strap. I cut the end of the strap so it'll fish nice and easy. And good and tight. So success, I'm happy with it. Can close that down to get it out of the way, and it works well. Hope you guys enjoyed my little repair of this unit to make it to my satisfaction. I'm pretty happy with it. And then to show the release. Comes right around. I haven't put my cotter pin in yet, you bastard. Okay, always on camera, right? Is it always on camera or what? There it is. I gotta put my cotter pin in the bottom. It works good though. Get that nice and tight. So, as I said, I don't like bending down, right, Howie? Hadn't done this yet. Put the cotter pin in. See what I'm doing. And you guys are pointing down at the ground, huh? Well, it's up there. Okay, I think you guys had a good laugh. We're going to try it one more time, just to prove that it works fine. I got the cotter pins underneath now. We'll see if it messes up on camera again. Okay, see if it tightens. Okay, that works. And it unloosens without a problem. Success. All right. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again on another Screwy Tuesday.